Let me double check here. Hold on a second before we start this thing. Over here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey everybody. Yeah. No, it's live. How you doing, guys and girls, men and women, ladies and gentlemen? Mesdames et messieurs, meine Herren und meine Hessen, or something like that. Rabotai verabotai. Welcome to the So Happy It's Thursday quick recap of what's happening in the Bitcoin and crypto space on the trading markets. Specifically, Bitcoin had a very nice little move on the VEPs. If you looked at the VRE chart, you would have seen that. And if you saw the divergence on the returns oscillator, you would have seen that it was going to make that little move, which it did. Super nice. Bounced up. If you were in the Alpha Trading Discord, you would have seen this in discussion and explained quite well to anyone who was wondering, why did that happen? Well, it's very clear why that happened. And it was clear beforehand, and I even showed that it was clear beforehand on the lower time frames, right? And why it would obviously do that and make that noticeable change on the higher time frame, like the 4 hour, right? And as we explained, the asset remains in mean reversion to the 3012 RMLR to the downside, right? But that doesn't mean it can't go up in the meantime, right? As long it's just highly improbable, extremely improbable, that is going to hit that third standard deviation band to the upside of that 3012 RMLR on the daily before it hits the mean reversion, the RMLR itself, right? So it can go up, it can go sideways, it can even go down and not hit it and go back up again and drive people crazy for a long time, right? But that's because they're being misled by their greed as opposed to using their wisdom to take profits regardless of the direction. When an asset makes a move, you take your profits if you're in the trade in that direction. You don't wait for it to turn around and eat away all your profits. You take your profits and then you recalibrate, then you reload, get your bearings straight, recalibrate, make sure you're, measuring twice and cutting once. As they say in the old trades like carpentry or plumbing, measure twice, cut once, or masonry, like electricians, electricity, yeah, I guess you could say. Anyway, so yeah, Bitcoin and other assets that bounced up at the same time. You can look and see that there was divergence on the returns oscillator that led the way. It's why we pointed out. It's why we use the returns oscillator. Right? It's not a coincidence. It's not by accident that we use that. And then, of course, there is the rather awesome news about what happened with the Catalina whale mixer and entropy yesterday. And what happened is the Catalina whale mixer, which was recently taken over by a new team of owners, launched a token. It's called POW. And there's a website for it, powpow.meme. But more importantly, there's, obviously the Discord community, which is the main community, which is the Catalina Whale Mixer Discord. POW is the token of the Catalina whale mixer. It's the culture coin, if you will, of the Catalina whale mixer. And anybody who holds a whale, we get to claim POW daily. Go to the POW.me website, and you can connect your wallet to it, and claim if you have whales. Obviously, it's not for Nakamoto whales, but it is for Catalina whales. And the reason it's not for Nakamoto whales is because they're a different blockchain, right? POW for the whales on the Solana blockchain. Maybe there'll be something for the Bitcoin ones, the Nakamoto ordinal ones at some point. Who knows? I'm not the team owner or anything like that. But it's not just a meme token, even though the website is literally pow.meme, right? Originally, the concept was that the token would be a community meme token or a community meme coin. And then the website was registered. And then funny enough, like a day after the site was registered in the whale syndicate, we had discussions back and forth and with the people that had acquired the Catalina whale mixer a few months before. And then we've been in discussion with them for a while. And eventually the discussions were shifted to, hey, how about this new team takes over, and they agreed. So the new team bought the Catalina whale mixer, engulfed it, if you want to say it that way, and it's led by Entropy, which is another project if you're not familiar with it. And the Entropy project, it's really a very fresh and energetic community of miners, and it's a lot of fun. That community, that's for sure. It is a lot of fun. So if you're not familiar with it, check out Entropy, and you can get the link to it. Just go to powpow.meme, and there's a link to the Entropy website. I think it's like entropy.lol or something like that. I forget the exact URL, but check it out. Check out their Discord. It's a DPIN project, if you know what that is. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it. Right? And the whole concept of these Web3 projects is people are finding new and interesting use cases for different blockchains.
IT may refer to information technology, the use of computer.
That's hilarious. I don't know if you guys heard that, but this robot started talking. It's like a robot listening to my phone, I guess. I don't usually turn them on, but maybe there's some kind of an auto update that turned it on. Anyway, yeah, so the whole point of Web3 is to find different use cases for different blockchains, really. And yes, obviously there's a lot of people who are just in it as a land grab / money grab / rug, whatever you want to call it. But if you find good projects, like the Catalina whales mixer, which has always been a very good project, it didn't just appear and rug pull and disappear, right? It's been around since, well, this is several years in the making already. Oh, look at that. Fast growing algae, amazing. So Catalina whale mixer has been very, very good to the community members, frankly, over the years. Yes, there have been some things that were in the works that never materialized. Maybe some people are disappointed by that, or who knows what. But the vast majority of people in the project seem to appreciate that the new team is actually making good on certain promises. For example, the promise of launching this token, which was decided to be done only a couple months ago, right before the project was taken over by the new team. Again, it was going to be done as a community project run by, or created by the syndicate, the Whale Syndicate, and be a community token. Instead, it ended up being the official token of the project because the project got taken over by the new team, which includes somebody from the old syndicate. And anyway, so now it's the official token of the whole project, which is fantastic. So they made good on that already. They're bringing the vibe back, right? They're planning to do events already, like real life events. Right? They may not be. They may or may not be. I don't know. Wild and crazy kind of party type events, like they had in Miami, that were super fun. Apparently, I was not there, but from everything I've heard, they were quite a good time, and from what I've seen, also, they were quite nice parties, and people were having a good time. And they may do something similar, or who knows what, but they're definitely going to be doing real life events, and that is in the works. And there are other things in the works, especially also for the Nakamoto whales, which again are not part of the POW tokens, because Nakamoto whales are again on the different blockchain, and so we're not going to use the same POW points, right? So POW tokens are on the Solana blockchain. We're not going to mix that up with the Bitcoin blockchain. Maybe there are some ways you could possibly do it if you had more time and to develop it or whatever, but instead it'll be kept separate, which actually makes more sense anyway, because the Nakamoto whales are kind of more of a luxury brand, right? Because ordinals are more of a luxury brand compared to Solana NFTs in general and people's perception of them. And that makes sense also. And yes, Solana whales, Catalina whales on Solana were also, hold on. Yeah. Loud and annoying engines. There you go. Yeah, Catalina whales on Solana also are pretty awesome, in terms of their premium perception, because they've been around for a while. So they're fairly early in the NFT lore, and they've been around, and they continue to be around with a strong brand and perception and perceived presence and all that perceived culture. It's all good because they have a strong culture. They're great holders of a whole bunch of diamond fins who have been in it since day one, and have never sold even a single whale that they minted. But the Nakamoto whales, they also have very low ordinal inscription numbers, which has a perceived value as well. And they're Nakamoto whales. I mean, they're really cool art. So that's another reason that they're perceived a little bit differently and perceived as more of a luxury brand. So yeah, different project. I mean, it's the same overall family. It's all from the Catalina whales family, but it's a different brand within the family and different collection and all that stuff. So anyway, guys, that's gonna do for now. I'll catch you guys later. Happy trading. Peace.